Hello, lovely people. Eva Zacharia here, and this week on Weddings Made Easy, we're celebrating National Watermelon Day. I'm going to show you how to turn my favorite fruit into something for your drink bar or a centerpiece. The best thing about it is to turn the watermelon into both a bowl and a vase. You start the same way. So let's begin. I always work on a towel to make cleanup easier later. I'm using mini seedless watermelons for this because they're easier for me to lift, quite frankly, but you'll follow the same steps with a standard size watermelon. I have a serrated knife and a spoon to cut and scoop the watermelon. First, figure out if your watermelon can stand on its own. If so, great. If not, slice a small portion off the bottom. This is what you don't want. Pink showing through could cause your water or your watermelon juice to leak out the bottom. I've found the trimming process easier with a larger watermelon. Next, slice off the top of the watermelon. Then use your spoon to remove the flesh. You can wear an apron here because it might splash a little. I'm putting the watermelon flesh right into a blender so I can make juice in a little bit. As you're emptying your watermelon, scrape the insides down as well. Even if you're turning this into a vase, consider saving the fruit for later. You may need to push the watermelon around a bit in your blender for it to juice properly. Two things here. Try not to hit the blade and don't do this while the blender is running, especially if you're a beginner. After a couple adjustments, we are cruising on the smoothie blend. Once it's done, I turn off the blender and unplug it before continuing on. If your watermelon has seeds, make sure you strain the juice after you blend it. You'll find it gets pulpy, so just rinse the strainer as it becomes too full. You can strain directly into the watermelon if that will be your bowl. Otherwise, use a jar or a pitcher that you can put in your refrigerator. Scoop off any bubbles and set out a large spoon or ladle for serving. I'm adding some lime seltzer to my watermelon juice. There are more mixing ideas on the blog. And there's your watermelon serving station. Next, the vase. You'll need your hollowed out watermelon, flowers of your choice, and water. I think it's easier to fill the watermelon with water before adding the flowers. Creating your arrangements will depend on which flowers you purchase. I've chosen a pre-made bouquet. It needs to be trimmed, so I measure it with the watermelon height and grab a pair of kitchen scissors. I want my bouquet to stick out a little bit, so I'm starting with this length. You can always trim it more, but you can't add any stems back in. Once everything is cut, place the flowers into your watermelon. You can remove the leaves, make the flowers more flush with the top of the fruit by cutting more off of the stems, whatever you like. These are perfect for any summer event, an engagement party, a bridal shower, or your wedding reception or cocktail hour. For more great craft ideas, head to MadeEasyDIY.com, at Weddings Made Easy on Instagram, and my YouTube channel. Happy crafting and happy National Watermelon Day!